mission is simple: to provide and assist all veterans and active duty service members with all of their VA home loan financing needs. Sergeant Major, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. XO, thank you as well. Appreciate you, and I'm honored to have this opportunity. So, real quick, what I want to do today is give you a brief clear instruction on your VA home loan benefits. All right, Marines, here it goes. Your VA home loan is the only 100% financing loan on the market today that you can purchase a home with as little as no money down. Let me repeat that. 100% financing, no money down, with credit scores as low as 600. Now I want to make something very clear here today, Marines. It does not make sense for every single Marine in this room to buy a home while on recruiting duty. Let me repeat that. It does not make sense for every single Marine in this room to buy a home while you are on recruiting duty. I will admit that to you. However, in some cases, in some circumstance, possibly you're an 8412, possibly you're coming back through Phoenix at another time and date, it does make sense. Good to go? What do you need to do? Well, you need to ask yourself some questions. Things like, what happens if I get orders to go back to the fleet? Who's going to run out my home? What happens if I get orders to go back to the fleet and all of a sudden I need to sell my home? Will I be able to sell it? Will I be coming back through the community at another time, maybe to be a recruiter again, or when I EAS from the Corps? Does it make sense to put a renter in that home and then come back and purchase it, or live in it at another time? There's a lot of misinformation, Marines, about our VA home loan benefits. There is a lot of misinformation out there. So please make sure that we get you educated on how this VA loan works. I've provided information over here on the left for the items that we're going to need you to get Condition 1 cleared hot, ready to put rounds downrange. LES report, W-2s, tax returns, bank statements, and of course your military ID. All right? A lot of Marines may have homes that are in San Diego, that are in Miramar, wherever the case may be, whatever duty station. A lot of us Marines don't know that you can actually have more than one VA home loan at a time. Right? A lot of us don't know that. You can also use your VA home loan benefits to refinance your house as well. Lots of neat things that we can do to use our VA home loan benefits. Good to go? So as I move on here, I want to open it up to any questions. Does anybody have any questions over our VA home loan benefits and how they work? No questions? Yes, sir.
I just recently purchased a home. I was told if I rent it out, that since I'm not living in that home, I can always use the VA loan to buy a home.
That's exactly correct. You can use your VA home loan if you put a renter in that home. Now, you can't put a renter in the home to begin with. Good to go? You got to live in that home for a reasonable amount of time, and then let's say you get orders, you go back to the fleet, you put a renter in that home, and like you said, relive in it at a later time and date. I'm very blessed and fortunate to have had the opportunity to serve a couple of Marines in this unit, Sergeant West being one of them, Sergeant Vulcan being another, and these Marines can tell you that there are good deals to be had out there if the timing is right for you. Good to go? Sir?
What's that reasonable amount of time?
Reasonable amount of time I would define as 1 year. Okay? 1 year. So typically our BAH, right, is somewhere around $900 to $1,200 a month. Basic calculation of BAH, $1,200 a month would purchase you about a $220,000 home here in the Valley. And if you're buying on the west side of town, if you're buying on the east side of town, that'll buy you a pretty nice home around here. Here you go. And know this too, Marines, that if you do decide to buy a home, if it does make sense, that you also, with buying a home, have something called mortgage interest tax deductibility, which means that you actually save money every year on your taxes because you purchased a home. Sounds like a win-win to me, doesn't it?